Hello and welcome back to the MineTrek.net game server. This will be episode 36, I believe, for the Enterprise E-build, and boy, have we made some progress in the last couple of days. Juan Solo, or Han Solo, depending on how you want to pronounce it, our buddy from Europe, went ahead and reworked our textures for us. Check it out. Look at that. That look badass or what? I mean, that does. That looks really nice. He did an outstanding job on. It's still a work in progress. He says he's still doing some tweaks to it. Something about raising something up a pixel or something. But yeah, that looks really good. Turn off Dynalite, Gamma Bright, and you get a nice good view of it. It looks really nice. Anywho, Mad Squirrel, Debomb, Imheller, myself, Bluephobes. We've been pretty busy. In fact, Bluephobes and I were on for about 2 hours the other night, and he ran his Twitch stream. And make sure you ask him for the link for that. I had a link for it, but evidently which I was going to put it in the description, but it keeps coming up as a 404, so I don't have his current Twitch feed link. But definitely talk to him about getting it. Maybe somebody has it, they can post it in the comment section. But yeah, it was kind of interesting. It wasn't us, you didn't hear us talking or anything, but kind of got a good idea what we were doing. He just went around and did his thing and got me doing my thing and got the bomb doing his thing, and I think a couple other people. So anyways, the new aft section of the ship has been integrated. I will show that to you here in just a moment. Right now I'm showing you the forward torpedo bay in all of its glory, and these are magazines. You have your rail system for running the torpedo up to the loader. These are conveyors. Torpedoes stack here. This is a conveyor system for modifying, but it also conveys up to specialty weapons or probes. And then it comes down, all that stuff. This is a crossover. I've got most of the torpedo bays done with the exception, I think, of the lower aft one isn't done yet. So it's been kind of fun because while I was working on this, Mad was working on his big project, which is the lower upper hangar parking bay. And when you see this, you're gonna go like, "Whoa, damn!" Anyways, I hope you do because it is pretty darned impressive. Check it out. They went ahead and mirrored it for continuity so Matt could finish off the work he needed to do. We still haven't done the roof yet. We'll be doing that here sometime today, maybe tomorrow. But yeah, check it out. He's got nice parking bays in here. These ships are able to fit through the doors, which is important. This leads back to a cargo area. Ooh, we got something here. Maybe we have work be leaving the lift here. One of heading it to down. Anyways, this is a lift down to the cargo area or auxiliary shuttle parking, whatever they need. And that's a hatch that can be blown out so they can exit out that way if they need to. That's why there's no lighting in here. I put lighting in there and Mad graciously removed it and said, "Derp." Anyways, as you can see, the roofing is starting. They've actually started on the roofing part of it. As far as lighting goes, it's going to be kind of tricky. It'll be most likely a work in progress as the pattern gets fleshed out. In fact, I think I'll leave it alone because it looks like somebody else is already off to a good start on it, so I should leave it alone until they give me the okay. We also, M. Heller wanted us to standardize all the lifts, so all the lifts have been standardized. The original ones, the scissor lifts, have been preserved. They're outside on the ground out there along with all the machinery that was down here. It was a really nicely laid out system down here, so I tried to incorporate some of it into it, but I will find another spot for that whole system that was here. Even if I have to take out some of the rooms, I will find a space for it. I thought it was cool and I want to make sure we use it. But there was something on this lift, but not anymore. Got one of these on here. It looks so nice. As far as water goes, right now only in key locations like here, and I think there's one area in the back there it has it. But otherwise than that, for right now, let's just go ahead and leave it out because it kind of, as you can see, it gets in the way of the viewing right now. Not viewing, but the look, I guess. I don't know. It's needed, of course, so we have to put it in. But I would hope that we can put it in later, if possible. At the very end, after everything. Oops, getting a little bit of a lag spike there. Give me a second. I'm going to make sure some accessories are turned off here. This is one of those things, unfortunately, if I don't do it on a regular basis, it gets turned back on and it likes to, there we go, I don't know. I could cut that out, but I'm not going to because I'm a lazy bastard and I don't feel like firing up the editing software. This is a cargo lift. It works off of these things, these rail things here, and it comes up to here to this bay up here, which is basically ship stores, and it branches off to other bays and stuff like that. So when it's mirrored, this will be another tube. It'll be inbound or outbound tubes. So there's 2 tube systems through here, and it's for facilitating crew around to the hangar and all that stuff a little bit faster, because it does loop around and drop down to the ship. So each side of the ship has its own independent turbo lift system. That's the idea behind it. You can see they've been really busy working on the flooring and stuff in here, getting it all tidied up, as well as in the aft section. I think M worked on that for quite a while the other day. I haven't had a chance to go back and make sure it's completely done, but I should do that. And speaking of that, let's go ahead and see if we can find our way out of here and go look at that. Hey, there's a door over here. Yep, there it is. Debomb and Mad Squirrel have been very busy up in the Nacelle. They call it the Boo, but it's the Buzzard Observation Operations Base or something. So it has an actual name that phonetically it comes out to say boob. So nothing derogatory. It's just that's the name. But anyways, as you can see, these are all in. All these corridors and stuff are all in. They're looking really nice through here. If you hear funny noise in the background, that's just a leaf blower going off. Fortunately, it's that time of year where everybody decides that in the middle of the day they want to break out their leaf blowers, their lawnmowers, and everything else, even though they don't need to. It's, I don't know, it's a need some people need to fulfill. Anyways, this is the upper bay. There was a little bit of rework done through here, nothing major, just some blocks moved around so that things could be properly aligned as far as the corridors go. Don't even notice it. As you can see, the lift is in. M decided that we should go ahead and cover it, so it is covered. It is really nice. I gotta say, it does add a lot of character to this already character-packed hangar here. But yeah, it's, I tell you, I mean, Blue and I did all this up here while he was doing his Twitch stream, and it took us, I don't know, Blue, what'd you say, about an hour to do this? Probably about an hour overall, and we put a lot of the aft systems in as well, the ones that weren't in before. We'll spin up there and take a look if I can remember how to get up there. For some reason, I don't know what happened, but at some point we lost all of this stuff. It just disappeared on us, like somebody deleted the yellow and orange blocks. So all these here, all the turbo lifts are in, and the turbo lifts there. Jeffrey's tubes, for the most part, have been filled in as well, as you can see through here. They look kind of nice. I like this design that M. Heller came up with for him. This, of course, is an EVA locker with little magenta floors, which will get changed out eventually. Blue came down in here and he set up a small preliminary, well, I guess it's not so much preliminary now, it's an actual I gotta take a leak thing. Whoa, a little blobbing going on there, bobbling effect. Anyways, here's the hangar first aid station slash the sick bay. This section, this head here hasn't been filled out yet. It's gotta like to have a shower, or for like somebody comes in and they got chemicals on them, they can take a shower, wash it off. Of course, you know, toilet sinks, that kind of stuff. And then comes around here, got a little office back here, and it goes back into the Jeffrey's tube system back here, just like so. But let's go ahead and climb up. Let's go ahead and use the Jeffrey's tube to do it. Come on, let me up here. This system's all in. Hangar force field generators. Hangar auxiliary power to the lift. This runs the lift systems, and there's a lot more that you won't be able to get to or see. Shh, won't tell anybody about that. Nobody needs to know. But we can get to them from down here. I ran into a space issue. I couldn't put batteries down here because you should watch the Twitch stream. When I did that, all this floor here, which is for the floor for the work bees, it disappeared. So yeah, I turned this into an EMH sub matrix data processing auxiliary sick bay first aid droid. Well, and then I routed it to the sensor thing, to the hollow, whatever you want to call them, up here. I still have to fill in this little section here. In fact, I'll do that right now while I'm sitting here. Get it all taken care of. Let's do it this way. There. Now it looks better. Anyways, this is one of the aft torpedo launchers. The other one is forward of us and lower. I just haven't got around to doing it. Again, these are turbo lifts. No, these are conveyors. The torpedoes sit on these, and they're fed forward to the lift, to the rail, and then stuffed into the launcher herself. And she spits them out. A surprise! The loader for this system is up there and up in there, so you can't get to it from here. But you can get to it, but you have to do it from the hangar, actually. You can't do it from back here. These are batteries, and these are auxiliary batteries for the torpedo launcher. And this is a gravity generator auxiliary field stabilizer. So if the ship starts losing gravity, these things kick in to keep the shuttles from flying all over the damn hangar bay, like we saw it happened in JJ verse. So yeah, very important that we have those. They make damn sure the shuttles stay where they're supposed to stay. Even everything goes dead, these things got plenty of battery power, because this will run the torpedo launcher and it'll run these. So there's plenty power. And then I got to put these in the upper bay as well to make sure that it doesn't fling shuttles all over the place. And they're so powerful, you know, they'll reach this whole. They'll actually provide gravity for most of the aft section of the ship. Looks like that's one of those spots that didn't get done. Do that real quick, y'all. There was something there and I removed it. It wasn't needed. And this goes back up to the hangar. And this goes down to where we just came out of. I've got a little Jeffries access tube thingy here, which also is not on the port side of the ship, unfortunately. I haven't added the stuff that goes in here yet. I just haven't gotten around to it. Or the coverings and stuff for the floors in here. And I really don't know how to design the door mechanism, to be honest with you. This is the door, because the door slides through here to open all the way up around the top of that cowling thing up there. So, yeah. I don't know how to design that, so I just figured I'll leave that for something to do later. And everything has access, so you can even get back here and service stuff from back here, these things, if you have to, and all that stuff. So Blue pointed out we should be able to get back in there, so we went ahead and set it up so that we could. I mean, you got to be like a munchkin to get down through there, but it is what it is. Run through here. Let's run up to the, I guess you'd call it the Nacelle Control Center. You gotta go down. I also wanted to show you real quick before you do anything else. The shield generators are in as well. So, as well as an EPS relay. The structural integrity field systems are above us. They're right there on both sides of the ship. So we do have those back here as well. But they're not. They're actually just above the shield generator, right over there in that section there. So they are here. I don't think they're labeled. I will have to go back and make sure they are properly labeled. This is an EPS relay, shields, and then of course right up there would be the structural integrity field inertial dampeners. This is one of the lounges that Mad Squirrel made up. And Blue, he was over here working on something, so see what he did. Oh, we took them out. They're not in here no more. There were armor stands for people who wanted armor. Well, EVA suits. Get in here. Let me out of here. Alright. AM has been busy working on the Aztecing. If you see this from the Dynamap, you'll see that the ship has a lot. The detail on it is just punching out really nice. I need to come through here, and I guess this needs to be redone so that it matches the rest of the phaser strips on the ship. I don't know yet. But yeah, you got to check out this Nacelle. This thing's pretty epic. It's a little tight fit, to be honest with you, but it's still pretty epic. I'm trying to talk the guys into putting an EVA unit, or not unit, but hatch in here, so that you know, like right here, like a little EVA hatch, so if they have to, they can work on the nacelles, like a little EVA suit, little EVA. Well, not little. It would be pretty big, complete with work bees and everything else right through here. And basically, the work bees, I don't know if they could put it in here, or they'd have to put it somewhere along the sides or something. But yeah, put some work bees or something in here, so if push comes to shove, they could do servicing and everything else, and they won't have to rely on the hangar systems or the hangar work bees, all that stuff. Plus, they'd have their own EVA locker, and I'd even considered actually putting like an escape pod or two up here just for the crew that's up here, because the only way they have out of here is a small 2-man or 3-man transporter, and you know, Jeffrey's tubes. That's it. No turbo lifts, which are the freeways. But yeah, look at the quality. I know if I do this, we're going to get that funny thing in the center of my screen, but oh darn it! Keep hitting Q. Q is an evil key. But yeah, look at this. Look at what they did through here. It's amazing. I mean, just the bracing and the way they laid it out and everything else. It's just beautiful. Look at this. Look at the pattern they have on that. Come back here and you can see all of this. Just the depth that they put into this thing is amazing. I love the fact that they're using this glass block to highlight that, because it gives it such a unique look. I can't describe it. You just have to see it and go, yeah, that looks pretty darn cool. Let's run back here real quick. Or is it forward of us? Debomb was in here and he just made some. He showed it to me yesterday and I thought it was really neat to see it. It was like a big connector thing. It might actually be on the inside of this thing. But let's run along the side of it here and check out back here. This is the, I don't know what this is called. Somebody will have to label it. I'm stupid. The turbo lifts, of course, have to, the turbo lifts, the Jeffrey tubes have to be put in as well. But we'll go through here, and then I think it was up here. I like this turbo lift, or this lift system, by the way. That is really cool. I wish we could retrofit everything for this. Again, we didn't have these blocks initially when we did our design. All we had were the original iron blocks, which got swapped out for these. Oh well, you know, what can you do? Anyways, you go up here, and you got little systems and little machinery and stuff with magenta floor, which will get changed out later. Then you got your little, you know, one of the best places to work on the entire ship, the starboard nacelle, and they actively compete with the port nacelle. But yeah, you're looking for the engineers. They're not in engineering. They're all up here chilling out up here, because this is a nice place to be. Of course, you know, nacelles have their own little teeny impulse engines. So if push comes, and they have little phasers, and they even have torpedo launchers. So if push comes to shove, they could separate from the ship and fly around independently, and deploy their wings and fly into the planet, even have landing gear, and fly into the planet and land on the planet. Yeah, just so you know. I'm not going to tell you how many times I've gotten emails about subjects like that. Just so you know, it does not detach unless it's getting tossed, and it does not have landing gear. It does not have wings. It does not have an impulse engine. And maybe it might have weapons, but I don't know if it does or not. That's something for M. Heller to decide, and the guys that are fitting this thing out, whether or not they want weapons on it. Alright, this is what Debomb was working on yesterday. Let me go ahead and get my compass, make sure we have it here. If I can get up here. I like how he did this. Yeah, it goes from one and it branches off into a quad system here, which feeds off into here. Oops, I see magenta. I'm not supposed to see magenta up here, guys. I'm offended. There's magenta, but all that'll get replaced later. They'll probably bulk swap out the magenta for whatever building block they have. But yeah, look at all the details put into this. I mean, the transitions between parts. You've got lava down there, so you can get that sound. Yeah, it's another reason we don't provide downloads, because everybody kept burning the Enterprise D down and whining and boo-hooing about it. Yeah, it has lava in it, guys, and the ship's mostly cotton, so it's gonna burn. Durr. Come down through here. Oh, darn it. Let me out of here. Come on. Stop being mean to Atrocities. He's your friend. But yeah, look at this detail through here. These guys really went to town on this. Really outstanding work. I can't even, to be honest with you, I can't even fathom doing something like this on my own, because there's just no way I could. I'd be like, huh? But what I loved most is when I saw this pattern right here. You have the outer edge, and you got this neat little design on the inside. That blew me. It looks like a little propeller, like a thing, you know. Sorry if that annoyed somebody, but that's what it looks like. Now, if these were black, I'm not saying that they have to be. I'm just saying if this was black and this was, you know, this color, you could actually make a big turbo fan out of that. It would look like a turbo fan. It really would. So that's an idea I had, and I snagged this, and unfortunately I didn't snag the whole thing, which I thought I did, but oops. And I was going to actually change these blocks here into black blocks, and then I was going to put red behind it, and I was going to make that, you know, like find a component or an area that I could use that for, because I thought it was so cool. This is really, really cool looking to look at. Even now I look at this, I'm like, the mind of the individual who created this, I think it was Debomb or Mad Squirrel, one of those two guys, blows me away. You know, those guys don't get enough credit for the awesome work that they do. Truly awesome work. You know, wow. Okay, now let's get my Koopas back. I want to show you some of the other work that Mad did as well. If I can speed up here. I've already showed you the new... What the hell is this? Oh, it's a door. Somebody pulled the door segment out. Yeah, we got to be careful, people. Don't do too much independent work. You're gonna step on us. Be careful not to do too much independent work. Stick with the team. Stick with the team. And it's very important that you stick with the team. If you run off the map, go off the reservation, you're gonna get us mad at you, Blue. What'd I do? That's his always come back. What'd I do? You know what you did. Anyways, Mad put a executive lounge up here, or cafeteria, I think it's what it is. So he did that. Looks really neat. Again, check this out. Darn it, I keep flying too fast. Can't get in there. Let me in. Darn it. But yeah, that's a really. Oh, that's a different color. I wonder if we should go with this black or the black I've been using. We're going to need to standardize whether it's this black or this black. That's a deeper looking black. This color matches this better, so you guys are going to have to be the judge. But once it's tiered, it may not look the same. By tiered, I mean the ribbing and stuff, and the roof is on it. Voice out, guys. I need to know this black or this black. We need to know so that I stop using the. Well, if we're going to use these, we better use this so that they match. So I'm going to stick with this block for now, and the reason I'm doing that is because of this, because of areas like this where it bunches up. So because this is hall. I wonder if there's anything behind that. Nope. Hall. Hole. Okay, and that's pretty much it. I gotta say, it doesn't look like, oh, that's not a lot. It's a lot of work. That hanger alone probably took a day for Mad to fit her out and do the stuff on it. The fact that this section here has been mirrored, I don't know why, but it has been. Yeah. Well, this is part of the hanger, I guess, so that's why it was mirrored. Don't over mirror. What will happen is the mirrored sections will have to be removed and then re-added once the ship is actually. I take that half of the ship and then I mirror it to this side, and then I have to add these sections into that section. So if they're not going to change between the two halves by mirroring it prematurely, and there's no significant differences, it just sort of kind of gets in the way, and I don't know. It just seems to make the process more complicated. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I don't know. Somebody put red in here, and I'm not liking it. No, I'm joking. It's fine. Okay. What else we got going on here, real quick? We got our emergency lift for sick bay. Got our computer cores are in. I guess the next thing I really should work on, apart from actually finishing the columns, because I got burned out on those. I had to walk away from those. I'm almost got the main deck done. Once that's done, then the rest of the decks can just be copied. But I'm thinking I should go ahead and once I get that, I got to do that last torpedo launcher, make sure all the torpedo launchers are uniform. And then I'm going to go ahead and get started on this and the phaser strips, phaser arrays. Start getting those mechanisms in. And you can see here, yeah, as you can see, this pattern is a lot more distinctive, more fleshed out, looks more phasery than the one in the back. So I don't know, that one's in a weird spot, so we might not be able to make it look as good as this one. I think this was done by Panic. I thought these were supposed to be glowstone. It's daylight, but yeah, I thought those were supposed to be glowstone. Again, these will be replaced with actual conduit. That was just me marking a path for something a long, long time ago. Anywho, then, I don't know if it just leg spiked or not, but, yeah. Anywho, again, this is the MineTrek.net game server. I do appreciate you watching. If you'd hit that like button for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. You could visit us on Facebook and hit that like button. That would also be greatly appreciated. And if you feel like it, please donate to the server. M. Heller is out of pocket for the server expenses, and any donations are greatly appreciated. They help us continue to work on these big builds and help Sim Heller keep the server up and running as smooth as it does. Anywho, thanks again for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.